Today, Gucci stands as one of the premier fashion brands globally, boasting an estimated value of $22.6 billion. However, its origin transcends a typical rags-to-riches narrative. It morphs into a gripping tale of betrayal, featuring family feuds, lawsuits, attempted corporate takeovers, and even murder beneath the glamorous facade of the fashion world. Hi, welcome to Business Insights. Today, let's talk about the dark truth behind a luxury brand, Gucci. Gucci, hailing from Florence, Italy, initially worked in his family's straw hat shop. Unfortunately, the family business faced bankruptcy, leaving Gucci in financial distress. At 18, he sought opportunities in London, securing a position at the Savoy Hotel. Observing affluent guests with luxury leather goods sparked an idea. Fashion wasn't merely functional but a symbol of status, dividing the privileged from the less fortunate. His employment with Wagon Lit, a train company, deepened his exposure to high-quality luggage, fueling Gucci's aspiration to establish a lucrative leather shop. Recognizing the necessity of industry knowledge and financial stability, he diligently worked, even serving in World War I. By 1921, at the age of 40, Gucci realized his dream by opening a modest leather goods shop in Florence. This marked the humble origins of the now renowned Gucci. Initially importing leather goods, Gucci transitioned to creating bespoke handbags and shoes due to increasing demand. Despite his ambitious expansion, he accumulated significant debt. Struggling to make ends meet, he confided in others about his challenges, eventually borrowing from his son-in-law to sustain the business. As he aged, Gucci relied on his three sons, Aldo, Rodolfo, and Vasco, with the expectation that they would eventually inherit the business. At this juncture, the Gucci business was unremarkable, a single small store. However, the ambitious plans of Gucci's three sons hinted at a transformative vision for the future. While Gucci found satisfaction in his leather goods business, his sons harbored grander ambitions. They persuaded their initially hesitant father to establish a second shop in Rome, a move deemed risky. Despite Gucci's reservations, they convinced him, and the second shop gained immense popularity during World War II, attracting soldiers seeking gifts for their loved ones. By the 1950s, Gucci's profits enabled the opening of a third store in Milan. In 1953, Aldo, Rodolfo, and Vasco embarked on a journey to New York for the inauguration of their first American store. However, the rapid expansion may have taken a toll on their father, Gucci, as he suffered a fatal heart attack just 2 weeks after the New York store's opening. Gucci left the company to his three sons but excluded his daughter, Grimalda, from his will. Despite her legal battles, Grimalda lost, leaving her with no share of the Gucci fortune even though her husband's loan had once rescued the company. This marked the onset of the family's legal conflicts. Expanding to the United States proved to be a pivotal move for Gucci. As the first luxury Italian brand in New York City, the company gained widespread popularity, especially among Hollywood celebrities. The surge in demand further solidified Gucci's standing as people sought to emulate their favorite movie stars. For a period, the three brothers managed the company successfully. Vasco's demise in 1974 led Aldo and Rodolfo to acquire his wife's shares, resulting in each of the remaining brothers owning 50% of the company. In the same year, they inaugurated the first Gucci flagship store in Hong Kong. Gucci's strategic focus on expanding into the Asian market paid off handsomely. The brothers reinvested profits, diversifying into fragrances in 1975 and expanding the product range under the Gucci name. The brand had evolved beyond their luggage, establishing itself as a global luxury entity offering a wide array of products. However, despite its global success, Gucci remained a private family business. An old Italian saying suggested a pattern in family businesses. The first generation builds, the second expands, and the third destroys. In Aldo's generation, with 3 sons, Giorgio, Roberto, and Paolo, each received a small share. Meanwhile, Rodolfo retained his full 50%, refusing to share any with his only son, Mauricio. The family faced constant internal strife, with the cousins battling for control over the Gucci brand. Despite the significant accomplishments of Aldo and Rodolfo, tensions arose about who would lead Gucci in the future. The intensity heightened in 1972 when Mauricio married Patricia Rennie, known for her controversial statements and being tagged as a gold digger. The family dynamics became even more complicated, setting the stage for a tumultuous chapter in the history of Gucci family. Behind the scenes, she exerted pressure on Mauricio to eventually assume the role of Gucci's new CEO, attributing much of the brand's success to herself. Patricia displayed remarkable control and actively fueled the flames of Gucci family drama, intentionally pitting family members against one another. Rodolfo vehemently opposed his son's marriage, labeling Patricia a social climber solely driven by financial motives. Despite Rodolfo's disapproval, Mauricio, deep in love, disregarded his father's warnings, leading to the birth of 2 daughters. In hindsight, Mauricio regretted not heeding his father's advice. The marriage strained Mauricio's relationship with Rodolfo, who adamantly refused to grant his son any Gucci shares during his lifetime. However, upon Rodolfo's death, Mauricio inherited his full 50% ownership of the company, as he had no spouse or other children. Suddenly, Mauricio transitioned from having no ownership to controlling 50% of Gucci. Yet, conflicts persisted among Mauricio and his cousins regarding the business's management. The third generation had divergent plans for the company. While Gucci was then licensing its brand to department stores, generating substantial income, Mauricio believed this devalued the brand's exclusivity for the elite. To restore the brand's luxury image, Mauricio scaled back licensing, resulting in an immediate loss of over $100 million in revenue. Despite initial skepticism, many believe this decision ultimately saved the company, re-establishing Gucci as an exclusive, high-end brand. Meanwhile, Mauricio's cousin, Paolo, harbored grievances, feeling mistreated by his father Aldo for receiving a minimal stake in the company with little responsibility. Desiring a career in fashion design, Paolo believed he should be the creative force behind Gucci's products, but the family doubted his taste. Paolo's dissatisfaction reached a point where he exposed his 81-year-old father Aldo for tax evasion, leading to a prison sentence. In an attempt to establish his own identity, Paolo launched his fashion line under the name Paolo Gucci. Despite family attempts to prevent this move, Paolo spent $8 million in legal battles to secure the right to use his name. However, his aspirations fell flat, with sales failing to offset his considerable debt. Even Paolo's daughter admitted that his initial designs were unimpressive. Gucci eventually acquired the rights to Paolo Gucci, causing his line to disappear. Now going back with Mauricio, now with the family out of the picture, embarked on an ambitious plan, opening an extravagant Milan store and overhauling the entire product inventory, incurring massive debt. Controversially, he sought to eliminate Gucci's accessories line, a significant revenue stream. This move restricted access to the brand, aligning with Mauricio's desire for exclusivity but posing considerable business risks. Additionally, he aimed to discard the classic Gigi logo, a pivotal branding element accounting for 70% of sales. Mauricio's drastic changes led Gucci into financial turmoil, losing $30 million annually, unable to pay salaries or suppliers, teetering on the brink of bankruptcy due to the ambitious yet risky vision he envisioned for the company. While some of Mauricio's decisions proved erroneous, others successfully positioned Gucci as a true luxury brand with premium pricing. However, Mauricio had been bought out, marking the first time in history without a Gucci family member in the company. Tragically, just 2 years later, Mauricio Gucci met his demise. Following protracted conflicts, Mauricio and Patricia finalized their divorce in 1994. Patricia, more regretful about losing the Gucci name than her husband, remained embittered and continued to harass Mauricio with threatening voicemails. Mauricio sought solace in a new relationship with Paula, but Patricia resisted, fearing financial losses for herself and her daughters. In 1995, while walking to his office, Mauricio fell victim to a gunman, suffering 3 fatal shots to the head in broad daylight. Despite an initial cold case, an anonymous tip led the police to investigate Patricia, who had actively sought advice in killing her ex-husband. With assistance from her friend Pina, she hired a hitman. During the trial, Patricia flaunted the finest Gucci outfits, ultimately receiving a 29-year prison sentence, while the hitman received life imprisonment. In the aftermath of Mauricio's murder, Gucci entered a new era, experiencing a revival after hiring Tom Ford as creative director. Ford, along with CEO Domenico De Sal, spearheaded the brand's resurgence, doubling sales from $263 million to $500 million in just 1 year. With the Gucci family no longer in the picture, the brand overcame constant power struggles. In 2004, both Ford and De Sal resigned, but Gucci remained an immensely popular and evolving brand with over 50 million Instagram followers and 500 stores globally. With the accessories line reinstated, Gucci struck a balance between accessibility and exclusivity. The House of Gucci movie further elevated the brand's prominence despite the discontent of the Gucci family with its portrayal. What do you think about this topic? Share your thoughts in the comment section below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this channel. I'll see you in the next video.